On the table, we're checking back in with Sonic the Hedgehog Jakks Pacific action figures collection with Wave 6 and 7. Hey everyone, this is Dan, and thank you so very much for watching Squirrel Stampede. Today we've got new characters finally being introduced into the Sonic collection. Rouge the Bat is here, Omega Silver, some really great characters finally filling up the collection versus always seeing Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and Dr. Eggman over and over again with a new accessory. Now we've got some new characters to fill in. Finally, the series is really taking off. You have to wait a little bit, but slowly these are filtering in and it's getting pretty exciting, especially with the new Sonic movie out and everything. So new figures to look at, full of articulation. Let's get right to them and see how fast they go.
Squirrel Stampede!
Let's begin the day with Rouge the Bat, Jakks Pacific, articulated. Wave 6, I believe. I'm getting the waves a little bit combined and mixed lately. Finding Rouge about a few months back now. I believe she was released towards the end of 2021 with the Supersonic Shadow and Dr. Eggman series. Leader of Team Dark, world-class jewel thief, fashion forward, and a part-time government spy.
That's quite the bio card!
Very impressed, we are finally seeing other characters besides Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman. Rouge is here, let's open up. And out of box, Rouge the Bat. Impressed so far, she is standing. I'm always worried on the figures with the high-heeled boots. You never know what will happen in balance, but she's holding steady. Even those wings are holding her steady, maybe. So that is a good sign. Pretty well balanced figure, actually. When you're looking at her, there isn't a proportion that is way off other than her head, but that is expected. These Jakks Pacific Sonic figures boast a ton of articulation. Let's see if we can find all 15 points in there. Obviously, we'll start with the neck rotation there, and it's going to be a little bit tricky because of the wings, but you can get her head moved pretty well, actually. Don't want to go all the way around, but there is that first point. Shoulders on pin hinges, then elbows just above these huge gloves. These gloves are enormous, but there is a hinge just before there, and there's a rotation point before the first part of the glove, and then on the wrist itself. So there's several points in there. I do not see waist rotation, but we do, of course, go on to hips now. And then, ooh, that almost looks like an injury. There is a joint right above the boot there, which I suppose is the knee. And then going down further, there's the ankle. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in there somewhere. So somehow it's 15. How about those bat wings? Oh, that's where the wings are, 14 and 15. These wings move out. That's really actually pretty well done. They're on hinges. Feels like How to Train Your Dragon with these. Look at that, How to Train Your Bat. I like that. That's impressive. I did not expect to see her wings on articulated hinges. The figure is painted really well too. She's got kind of a smirk on her face. Yeah, it definitely looks like a spy. Rouge the Bat is featured in kind of the in-between Sonic series that I do not have played as much, so I do not know as much about her in gameplay. I remember a Team Sonic game where I had played her in this area trying to fly up this ravine for like hours and looking for coins or emeralds or something. That was several years ago. She also has a small accessory. Can you guys help me out with this? It has a little heart on either side. I'm assuming it's a floating spy bot that she uses to help her on her missions. Great figure though, will balance well with your Sonic collection. She can hold on to that accessory ball too. Very nicely done. Let's move on over to Shadow, who was featured in the same series as Rouge. Landry, don't you have a Shadow? That's right, Ninja Squirrel. So Shadow here with 3 rings in the accessory department. Those appear to be the same rings that attach to the Green Hills background set. Now we have seen Shadow before in the Bendy series. There he is, a little bendy, very difficult to get straight. So super excited to have a fully articulated Shadow here now. The Bendy series was fun, but I will take the articulation over that any day. And over on the back, 11 points of articulation. So you lose some points of articulation probably because of no wings and maybe no super boots. Shadow with rings, with his distinct black and red colors, amazing speed, and raw power. Shadow the Hedgehog is not to be messed with.
Ninja Squirrel can take him? Yes!
I believe you could, Ninja Squirrel. So there's Shadow with rings. Let's open up Retrieve. And Shadow emerges from pack. Looking good, but the common problem with the Sonic-esque figures, such as Sonic and then Shadow, of course, would be the giant bulbous head with all these quills really makes for an underbalanced, overbalanced figure. You gotta really kind of hunch him forward sometimes and hope he's going to stand. Even with those nice, slick shoes he's got to weight him down, you still have some problems of standing. I'm helping him out with the quill there. Oh, he's doing okay now. Look at this guy from all around. They've done well, getting the shadow-like black appearance with the red striping on his quills and arms and even legs shown up, plus a little tuft of white fur on his chest. So nice looking creation of Shadow here. 11 points of articulation. Can we find them? Once again, the head rotates. We've got shoulders on pin hinges, although these have been fragile. No elbows, but I believe we have wrists. Nothing to rotate the body, but we have hips, of course, on pin hinges, and these knees, kind of like tails. They're a little bit, oh, this one's okay, but they're a little bit spindly and weak. That kind of bothers me. I worry about these. These can break if you extend them. The wrists and the feet are on ball joints that can pop out, I believe. I accidentally popped out a foot in opening the package. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's right, on the articulation. Plus we do have ring accessories for him to grab onto. That's pretty fun. I wish almost every figure should, come with 3 rings. I think that would have been great because you would have had, after a while, like 100 rings for like a extra guy, extra life. That would have been a nice little touch. I'm wondering if I add these rings on to both hands, if that would help in stabilizing him. Just that extra little weight. Oh, this hand's closed. This is a closed fist. How fun. You can place a post in there, but you can't have him hold onto a ring like that hand. And once again, let's bring out wobbly, bendy Shadow here just to kind of show the difference. Really close, probably the same headpiece on this guy. Got the same kind of smirk, very similar headpiece, but the body obviously is a little weird. Oh, and I just remembered we have a Super Shadow that we had opened up quite a while ago. I always thought it was weird that they went with Super Shadow first before Shadow in the articulated figures, but now we have a match for Shadow to become Super. And this figure definitely feels like a repaint of this one or a combination of parts and pieces somewhere. So out there, Super Shadow as well too. So good to see Shadow in the same series as Rogue the Bat, and I believe we have one more in this series. I always thought Ninja Squirrel was someone else, Landry. I'm not sure about that. In the same series, we have Supersonic. And I believe we've also found a bendy Supersonic too. I'll have to dig that one up. But articulated is the way to go. And look at this beautiful light blue Chaos Emerald included. That is pretty spectacular. One of the most shiny of Chaos Emeralds I've seen. 11 points of articulation too, so matches up with Shadow. With his radiant gold color and sharp red eyes, Supersonic is the ultimate form of Sonic.
Not as ultimate as Super Landry.
And definitely not as destructive as Super Landry on our curtains.
I destroy one set of curtains, and he never forgets about it.
Okay, let's get Supersonic out. Supersonic not so super at removing from packaging. Ouch! Wow, that's hot. Supersonic out of box. This figure stands so impressive like. And a little more stability because all of these quills on his head are kind of arched upwards. I think throwing the balance more this way instead of that way. Very impressive. It's so bright yellow, it's burning my eyes. And then you look at the shoes and then your eyes fall out. Hang on, let me get my eyes back in. So extremely bright, really hurts. But it looks so great. Even the quills coming out on his back section there. That's always a nice little added touch. And a good facial expression. Very determined. Got the red eyes. He's ready to go. It's go time. 11 points of articulation too, obviously. Head rotation, elbow with pin hinges. These are working better. No elbows, but wrists, I should say. Shoulders with pin hinges. Hips, pin hinges, and those knees again. That's the scariest part, are the knees on these figures. Plus the sneakers are up on those ball joints that pop out real easily when depackaging, so be careful, but they pop back in. And of course we do have a bendy Sonic to compare with. A bendy Supersonic, I should say, and there he is, pretty much probably again with the same headpiece there. Oh, it looks a little smaller, but look at that ferocious claw grab of a hand he's got. But also hard with the bendy series and trying to get them to stand and look like a figure. Fun, more durable, I'll give it that. The bendy series was more durable than some of these articulated joints. And of course the Chaos Emerald, look at that shine. I'll have to wrap up this video with the Chaos Emerald colors we've found so far. I don't believe I have a full set yet, but these are looking so nice now. Now, if this was Wave 6, which I believe that's the number it was, there was also a Dr. Eggman included, but I had already picked up a Dr. Eggman from a previous wave, so I didn't feel the need to double buy. Sometimes usually what they do is add a different accessory, and it felt like, okay, I did not need that. I already have that. So these 4 here would be found in the same wave, and this is a very, very strong wave. So now we can move on over to Wave 7, the most current wave. And there are a couple in there that I really liked and found. That being from 200 years in the future, it's Silver the Hedgehog. With the Circle Red Star accessory. Those are fun to collect if you can find them. Usually extremely hard to get them because you fly by them at such sonic speeds. Silver looking good, I see pretty much a new sculpt there. It's not just Sonic in a different shade of gray or silver, it's its own unique figure. Interesting choice to go with the silver. This again coming from that mid-series of Sonic games that I have not really dove into. A mysterious herald from the future Silver is, with 11 points of articulation with red star ring. Did I say ring star? Circle star? Star ring. That's the correct term. And 11 points of articulation. So let's retrieve Silver from the future and open up. And a Silver out of the pack. What a fantastically strange future hedgehog to look at. His quills are really popping up strong up at the front there with the 3 and the 2 more on the sides, and then the 2 on the back. They're huge. They're almost like ears. Giant quill ears coming out and very heavy. He is a little back heavy there, wants to tip. But not so much as Sonic. There's still a little bit of weight up front here to help it out, so that's good on the figure. Fantastic look though, it's so unique and different and odd. Articulated of 11 spaces, head rotation as always. That's a little tight. Shoulders with pins and wrists with ball joints and hips with hinges and knees. These knees are a little more substantial. I wish these knees were replicated better with the others. Definitely more helpful when the hinges are thicker, they'll withstand more play. And hold up too in better positioning. If they're too thin, the figure's just gonna fall over. It's not gonna support itself. Those are really cool kicks you got there, Silver. I like those. Where can I get a style like that? Probably not at Foot Locker. And also a circle star, I like to call it. What is it called again? Ring star. Star ring included in red. Also has a hole in that, so you could probably place onto the playsets of the Green Hills and what's the other one we looked at? Like Spring Hill Zone, one of those we had opened up too. So very impressed with the look of Silver, displaying him next to, say, just your average Sonic figure and, say, a Supersonic figure. You can see the awesome variety of hedgehogs they've got going with this series. It's a slow release, but it's very worth the waits. So one more figure in this wave of 7 that I really liked, and surprisingly pretty readily available, it's E-123 Omega. The senior Robotnik creation robot hero, Omega, probably the largest action figure from the Sonic series so far. Look how big he takes up this card, including a yellow Chaos Emerald. On the back there, the series with Silver, also again Tails and Sonic once again released. I believe pretty much the same on that Tails and Sonic. I'd have to look a little closer. Obviously different accessories with those two, but since we've seen Tails and Sonic many times, I skipped on those two. The last and most powerful of the E-series robots created by Dr. Eggman, I believe Dr. Eggman Sr. or Grandpa Eggman, one of the older generations of family, with 13 points of articulation.
I wonder what he runs off of. Windows 95?
So impressive bot of Ro, let's open up and see how it performs. And out of box Omega 123. Complicatedly huge. And surprisingly, I believe those feet are not even touching the ground because his arms are just a little bit longer. You can't really see the gap there because it's probably only an atom in thickness, but those arms are holding him up in the sky. That's pretty funny. I guess I can rotate the arms forward a little bit to get those feet flatly planted. What a figure! E-123 Omega, designed to protect Shadow in stasis for many years, got kinda grumpy, wanted to get revenge on Eggman for that, but a fantastic figure, completely out of the realm of the design of everything else we've seen from this series, completely different. Combination of technology and then cartoon in a way. Jetpacks on his back, nice stable feet, he's stable for his size, I like that a lot. Black, red, gray, yellow coloring scheme, and an Omega symbol up on the shoulder. So there's 13 points of articulation. Where are they at? These shoulders, there's one in there, and we can rotate out with pin hinges. There's elbows that rotate with pin hinges, and some extra rotation maybe in these wrists. Yep, so there's rotation there. Body rotation maybe, yeah, there's a waist rotation down by his hips. Thought maybe something in this midsection too, but I don't believe so. Hips and knees in there on hinges, and there's some rotation on those ankles too. I feel like there's more than 13 points really. So what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm counting more than 13 on this one. Maybe I'm double counting. Look at these hands though. These hands in the show or cartoon or even game have the ability to retract and have any sort of weapon pretty much pop out. Miniguns, missile launchers, lasers, anything you want, this Omega is gonna throw at you. And I like the hands, they're just different feeling with these cool cuffs, spiny cuffs, almost King Koopa-like on the cuffs. This is one impressive Sonic hero, and again, readily available. You should be able to find pretty easy around the world and town. So, awesome looking figure. Keep this guy in your series of collection if you are a ultimate Sonic fan. So what have I found so far on these Chaos Emeralds in collecting? We've got the yellow right here, and we've also seen the light blue today, the sky blue. Looks like I've collected from the past another yellow Chaos Emerald, so they kind of pop up again at sometimes, and I believe they even can change in the same wave. But I do have a darker blue Chaos Emerald from the past, and a pinkish red. I thought I had a green, but I don't think I have a green yet. Even a purple, I thought I had a purple. So I'm going to have to start making a master list of Chaos Emerald colors, what I'm looking for. I know I need a green for sure, and a purple, maybe. So I've got to look for those more and more. So I have to kind of put those on my hunting list. But it is a fun hunting list. I really like the inclusion of these. They're nice scale, they're nice size. And they look so shiny and sparkly, so great effect with those. I shall continue to look for.
And I'll hold on to them for you. Yoink! 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 Yoink!
Oh man. What do you think about Wave 6 and Wave 7? So good to see some of these classic characters now introduced into the Jakks Pacific Sonic line. If you like today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrelibe, and a squamment, your favorite character of today. Don't forget about Squirrel Stampede Gaming. Maybe we will even try to play a Sonic game soon over there. If you see a link, then it's there. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.